welcome back to the channel. As you can see from the title, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about some of the things that pregnant women experience that not too many people are really conversating about. Some of the things that most women know about pregnancy is like morning sickness and weight gain and stuff like that. But there's a billion other things I feel like women experience during pregnancy that there's just no conversation about it. So I'm here today to give you some TMI tea. If you don't want this tea, you might as well just click another video because I'm gonna get like a little personal in this video. But I feel like as women we should be able to come together and share topics such as this. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. I'm 34 weeks pregnant and I have managed to get pregnancy symptoms that not too many people get. So of course I had the morning sickness, but it really wasn't even morning sickness. It really was more so 24-hour sickness because I couldn't eat for the whole day. But I have a video talking about that on my channel already, so I might just put it in a description box or put a card somewhere on the screen for you to click if you want to check it out. And that was going over like my first trimester, second trimester symptoms. It was kind of combined. As far as pregnancy symptoms besides that, I had got chlasma. And chlasma, people just call it the mask of pregnancy. And what that is that is where your skin get these pockets of hyperpigmentation. And my hyperpigmentation was around my entire mouth, and it's actually still something that I have. I have been working on trying to improve it a little bit better, and I have a skincare routine video while I'm pregnant that I'm considering sharing. So in that video I might just well go ahead and post it so you can see what I'm talking about. But that is like where you just get extra pockets of melanin on your skin. And I've known a lot of pregnant women, but I've never known anybody to ever have that pregnancy symptom. My mom did tell me that she had it when she was pregnant with me, and that hers was like down her face like that. I'm glad mine isn't like that, but mine is just like around the mouth. And but again, I never knew any pregnant woman that had the mask of pregnancy. I was like the first, and my midwife is like, well, it'll go away once the baby's here. And I'm just like, this is different. But you know, we have the whole COVID thing going on right now, so we're wearing face masks anyways, so not too many people seen it, but it was just the fact that it was there. I knew it was there, and it burned crazy, and that was just something that I didn't even consider what happened as far as skin, but it did. And you know, like once you experience something or something happens to you, that's when you get on Google and then you find all the answers and the stories and the forums of other women who have experienced it. And that was the case with the chlasma and the other stuff that I'm going to get to as well. So the next pregnancy symptom that I had that I was just not expecting was the sciatic nerve pain. My best friend, she was pregnant before me, and I remember her saying one time that she couldn't walk, like she couldn't even move her leg because of the sciatic nerve pain. But you know, like when somebody is explaining something to you but it's nothing that you've ever experienced, you don't know the extent of it. I didn't know the extent of what it was that she was experiencing until it happened to me. And and it came out of nowhere. Like, I was in the bathroom getting undressed, about to take a shower, and I had to like grab onto the sink and like find my way on the floor, not like in a hard way, but like guiding my way onto the floor, because my whole leg just went straight numb. And the pain is like a stinging, stabbing, burning pain, and it happens really fast, and it like shoots up the butt, but it, as it's shooting up the butt, it's shooting down the leg, and it just caught me off guard. It threw me for a loop. I'm in the bathroom on the floor like, what in the is going on? And then that kind of got to be like something that was hit or miss, but it got to a point where I had to go to a chiropractor. My midwife recommended me to go to a chiropractor, and I didn't want to go because I didn't want to pay. But I ended up having to go to a chiropractor. The sciatic nerve pain, basically what's happening is the baby, like the way that the uterus is growing so much, it's putting pressure up against the nerve. So, it's putting pressure up against the nerve, and when that nerve is pinched, that's when you get that sensation of like, it's like pain. And if I guess you get that sensation of pain where I said it like goes up your butt, but it goes down the leg at the same time. But I think like how I'm thinking of it is, if it's really really compressed, that's when you can lose all sensation in your legs and you can collapse. But if the baby's just sitting there like a little bit, that's when you get the pain up the back, the butt, and down the leg. So what I had to do for that was I had to get a belly band I got from my doula, and it basically, the belly support band, it basically just lifts your belly up a little bit to take some of that pressure off of that region, that pelvic region. So that's what I did. I did that along with going to the chiropractor. I think that that's something that women should know. It's a possibility of having, and they should have information on that, because that was off the chain, and it's actually really scary because you can collapse at any given time. So another pregnancy symptom that I had experienced was weird sensation in my breast, where it felt like somebody was constantly pinching my nipples. That was really weird. It just really hurt. It was painful, and I talked to my midwife, talked to my doula about it, and they're just like, girl, your body is getting ready for that milk, you at that point. And I have this nipple balm cream here. I have this Earth Mama nipple butter. So, and this is like for when I'm breastfeeding, but I put this on my nipples, and it actually really kind of calms it down a lot. But no, I didn't never know that that was a sensation that women felt in their breasts. Like, I knew that women breasts might leak, or the breasts are tender like in the first trimester, but like being at this point this far on, my nipples felt like they were being pinched, and that was really weird. And that was actually something that I didn't find that online, like when I was trying to figure out like what to do for it. I couldn't find that online. But the sciatic nerve pain I did, of course the morning sickness is on there, and the chlamydia, the mask of pregnancy, that was on there. Another pregnancy symptom that I have experienced that I never thought that I would ever experience in general in life was the hemorrhoids. Okay, I didn't know what it was. I didn't consider what it was. I just knew that like it really felt like something was there when I was sitting. And I'm one of those people, I look, I feel, I explore. Okay. So when I felt that, I immediately was just like, oh my gosh, this is not what I think it is. I called my midwife and I'm telling her, like, I definitely think I have hemorrhoids. I definitely think it's there. And she's like, okay, just calm down, relax. You are not the only hemorrhoid call today. So that kind of like didn't make me feel like as weird or as awkward or as like erratic about it. That was that. That was something else that I experienced. And I've known people to have hemorrhoids, but I didn't ever connect the dots with it being like happening to a pregnant woman. So then when we talked about it and then I Googled and stuff like that, that's when I found out that most women get hemorrhoids while they're birthing from actually pushing and like straining and stuff like that. And then on the other end of the spectrum, women get them while they're actually pregnant. And that obviously was my case. So she and then and then some women don't even get them at all, because my grandma told me that she never had hemorrhoids when she was pregnant, and she has 6 kids. So it's just everybody's different, everybody's body's different, everybody's experience is different, each pregnancy is different. As far as taking care of it was to get the tux pads. My mom actually told me to get the tux pads, which is witch hazel and lidocaine in the pads, and they come in like this little jar. And then I had the lidocaine cream, and I would just rotate like back and forth between that. And I had to get a donut to sit on, and I had to get an ice pack to sit on, to spread them, sit. That was the only thing, but luckily I took care of that. I combated that, and that is no longer a problem, because that it was like future sex wise, it was throwing me for a loop. But okay, so the next thing that I experienced was the varicose veins. And I know a lot of you are thinking varicose veins in the legs, but I'm not talking about in the legs. I'm talking about in the hoo-ha region. So how I found out about the varicose veins in the hoo-ha region was when I would go to the bathroom. I just felt just pressure, and I've never had a baby before, so I just like needed to really see what this looked like. I needed to make sure this like wasn't like a sign of early labor or something like that. And so I did what a lot of women do. They don't want to tell you that they do it, but they do it. And I took a long body mirror, propped it up against the wall, laid a towel out, had to spread my legs, and had to spread to see what it looked like, because it was too much pressure. Okay, and I did that, and it was swollen shut. Okay, it was shut. So I had to FaceTime my midwife, and I had to tell her, I'm about to show you something. Tell me, what is this normal? What do I do? What is this? And so I propped my little cell phone up, and I spread the legs, and I spread it, and I showed her, and she was like, that's a really swollen varicose vein. And I'm just looking like, what do I do with that? And she's like, she's like, can you penetrate yourself? And I'm like, no, I can't. It's closed. And so then we had that conversation about what to do. So once again, the witch hazel came into play, soaking the cotton ball, cotton pad, placing it down there where it is, 15 minutes rotating between the witch hazel and ice. Again, sitting on the donut. Your girl is now wearing compression socks 24/7. Well, morning and night, not 24/7, but morning and night. That's the best way for me to explain it. And if you like Google this, you can find out more. But what is happening is basically, the blood is like having a hard time making its way back up. So it like pulls, some people have like edema in their legs, and that's why they wear compression socks. But the compression socks help to get the blood to circulate up back to the rest of the body. And what's happening is the blood is just pulling there, and it's not making its way back up. So another pregnancy symptom is the baby like sits on my bladder, and his head is like down on my bladder, and his feet is like kicking my diaphragm, or his head is on my diaphragm, or his butt is on my diaphragm. So at night I have to prop my pillows up in the bed and basically sit up. And now with the varicose vein, I'm having to put pillows up under my legs to keep my legs elevated at night to help with getting that down. And that was the other day that I called her, and we had that conversation about that, and it's went down. It's like less swollen compared to what it was before now. So for the vein, I said I'm wearing the compression socks, elevating my feet at night. I have to wear the belly band to relieve the pressure off of the vessels. The witch hazel, the heat like a warm, putting a wet washcloth in the microwave and letting it sit down there too helps it. So it's between like cold compresses, warm compresses, and then the witch hazel is what you do for that. I've had a pretty interesting end of the stick when it comes to my pregnancy. I won't say that my pregnancy has been bad, because it hasn't been a bad pregnancy at all. It's just I'm just one of those people who get the symptoms that nobody else really gets. Yeah, so recap was the 24-hour sickness, the mask of pregnancy, the sciatic nerve pain, the hemorrhoids, and then the vaginal varicose veins, along with the pinched nipples. So those are just some of the symptoms that pregnant women may go through, but there's no conversation about them. I know for me, once I experienced it and then I like Googled it, then I would find like little forums and chat rooms of women talking about their experience with that symptom in particular. But I just feel like amongst us and our families and our groups of friends and stuff like that, I feel like those should be conversations that we're having, and we're not. So that's really it for this video. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment below if you've experienced any of these symptoms, or if you know someone who's experienced these symptoms, or just what was something that you experienced during your pregnancy that nobody is talking about, because it's not that common. I mean, it's common, but it's not like morning sickness worthy common. Because I want to hear about it, because like I said, I'm 34 weeks, so I still got some time to experience some stuff. So if there's something else out there that could possibly happen, let me know what it is, and I'll see you guys next time on Portia.